Hold it! Let it be known for the record that the following proceedings, maneuvers, and body slams are entirely non-profit and constitute a good faith, fan-based parody wrestling extravaganza. Therefore, any resemblance to actual dramatic feuds, legal liabilities, or broken furniture is purely coincidental. Do not take anything said, threatened, or suplexed within these ropes seriously. The defense rests its case.
Everything you know has now become one. The past was alright, but the end is more fun. So throw up your hands, smash up your seat. It's all going down as a word on the street. So do it one time for all it's worth, 'cause this is the last night. 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 So throw up your hands, smash up your seat. It's all going down as a word on the street. So do it one time for all it's worth, 'cause this is the last night on earth.
Ladies and gentlemen, I strongly advise you to keep your eyes fixed upon the heavens. She is a high-flying paragon of mass mystique, trading the laws of gravity for absolute breathtaking violence. Please welcome the Wind Warrior, Jay-Z!
We are live at Universal Grand Wrestling, and the arena is electric. Making her way out to the stage right now is the high-flying sensation from the Tekken universe, JC. Just look at the pageantry as she hits the ring.
As someone who was thrown down in the Marvel vs. Capcom era and knows exactly how this multiverse works, I am severely unimpressed. Fasha is just a low-class planet-destroying grunt who couldn't even survive low-class fighters as well as soldiers.
Don't count JC out just yet, Tony. She hits like a truck when she chains her combos together. But if this match spills out to the floor and Fasha gets out of control, I'm just glad I'm not wrestling. Who knows how crazy this can get?
The referee calls for the bell, and Fasha does exactly what you'd expect. She charges straight in, swinging for the fences like a heavy with an Uber charge. But JC's agility is paying off early.
Just uncalibrated brute force. Fasha is swinging at the air like she's trying to swat a hyperactive mosquito, and JC is bouncing off the turnbuckles like she forgot this is a combat sport, not an Olympic gymnastics qualifier. I give it 2 minutes before Fasha accidentally throws her into the cheap seats. What is this, a circus act?
You're not giving JC enough credit. She has to stay mobile. If she lets Fasha get a solid grip on her, those Sang genetics are going to overpower her instantly. She's fighting smart, picking her angles, and looking for an opening to take Fasha off her feet.
The technical prowess from this luchador is amazing. I can already tell she's doing her homework against Fasha. JC is doing her best to dissect and bring her down a pair or two.
I may be brutally honest. What am I saying? I'm always brutally honest. I'm starting to wake up with this Julia. As well as saying, I can see they're trying to do their best. But I've seen Emma Frost with better highly tactics with her kicks and flips. Good, but not good enough.
And here we go with the nepotism. We all know Emma Frost is your wife, so of course you're going to hype her up. Your criticism is basically like an annoying fly, like in Rivals. You literally just float around as a squishy target waiting to get swatted out of the sky by anyone with actual melee skills. JC doesn't have a titanium suit to hide in.
Folks, the momentum has completely shifted. Fasha has grounded the high flyer and is just punishing JC with these massive, high-impact slams. She hits a brutal takedown and goes for the cover, but JC kicks out at one. What heart from the luchadora!
Fasha's power level must be in the single digits if she can't even keep a masked botanical researcher down for a 2 count. If I hit someone with a standard 10% output repulsor blast, they stay down. Fasha is embarrassing her entire warrior race right now. It's pathetic.
It's not Fasha being weak, Tony. It's JC's incredible conditioning. Fasha has been dominating this middle stretch, locking in submissions and throwing her weight around, but JC is weathering the storm. It's just like when my brother Crash has to outlast a boss fight. Sometimes you just have to take the hits until their pattern breaks.
All right. Let's put the safety back on the sentry guns before this announce desk turns into a crater. Well, I'll be. Fasha kicks out at 1 yet again. Is there any caliber of ammunition strong enough to put this saying down? Folks might call her a low-class warrior, but she's hauling a high-tier payload in the UGW women's division tonight. Fasha shifts gears, hooks the leg. No, another kick out. Neither one of these combatants refuses to yield an inch.
This is your opening, Fasha. Basic combat telemetry says you finish it here. She's heading to the top rope. Wait, is she going for a moonsault? No, she just drops down with a clumsy stomp. Brilliant! You had the frame advantage and completely blew it.
She hooked the leg. The referee is in position.
Well, I'll be damned. JC just pulled off a monumental upset on her UGW debut. You can't script this kind of magic, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the UGW Advanced Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, weighing in at a terrifying 330 pounds. He is the resident showman of the apocalypse, Sweet Tooth.
Sweet mother of mechanics. I have seen a lot of monsters in my day, but there is something fundamentally wrong with this guy. He's not roaring, he's not angry, he's happy to be here, and that terrifies me.
Now this is a performance. Look at the absolute size of him, and yet he moves like he's starring in a Broadway musical. Ed and his little street gang are trying to act tough, but Sweet Tooth is an actual psychopath who views violence as an art form. He's not intimidated in the slightest.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by the chief architect of this digital terrorism, Travis Scott, and the resident instigator of chaos, Machine Gun Kelly. He is the undisputed leader of the Psycho Syndicate, the master of psycho power, and your defending UGW Advanced Champion, Ed!
I tell you what, my control panels are flashing red all over the desk. Travis Scott is overriding our power grid again. I am a calm, analytical man who roots for the good guys. But I am so sick of these Psycho Syndicate punks having zero respect for UGW management and zero respect for the rules. They are turning this championship broadcast into a lawless street riot after what they did to Fox McCloud and motocross Chuck Green and Shaggy Rogers. These goddamn degenerates don't deserve nothing in life because they just don't got it in life.
Why walk to the ring like a boring traditionalist when you can hack the mainframe and make yourself look like a digital god? Look at them. Ed provides the raw muscle, Kelly brings the psychological warfare, and Travis runs the tech. As a wealthy, arrogant visionary myself, I have to admit, it's a brilliant, hostile corporate takeover of the advanced division. I respect the hustle.
The referee calls for the bell, and this advanced championship match is officially underway. The Psycho Syndicate has been running their mouths all week, but now Ed has to back it up.
Look at this stare down. Ed is giving up over 100 pounds here. The Psycho Syndicate usually relies on intimidation and pack tactics, but Sweet Tooth is just staring a hole through him.
Ed looks like a kid who just realized the haunted house is actually haunted. Sweet Tooth isn't a wrestler. He's a Las Vegas horror show. He's feeding off this.
Ed with some tactical offense punches to the legs. You are right, Stark, he is feeding on this type of torture. Like a Hellraiser pinhead. Marcus is now getting up from the damage and hitting him with a massive power bomb. I sense this colossal Armageddon clown wants to end this match quickly, but not painless.
Wait! Look at Sweet Tooth. He's gone for the...
Nope, Ed it's making a comeback with some MMA strikes. Followed by a Superman punch. You want to prove something, kid? You better show this roster something and make a name for yourself.
And I think he gets the message. Because he's back on the offense, and that clown still refuses to go down, it's gonna take more than just psycho power boxing tactics for this twisted freak to die.
Travis is trying to take one for his team, but I be careful. He could probably get Ed disqualified, or worse, provoke this twisted sociopath.
There's one thing you forget, my orange furball. Sweet Tooth will not stop until the task is done, which we are seeing right now. It's gonna take more than a distraction to stop him. You get in this clown's way, you'll just get caught in the fire.
And I think we're about to see that fire right now, and I'm not talking about a barbecue. This man is having some bad, twisted intentions. He does know this is not a disqualification match, right? Marcus, put down the damn chair. Honestly, keep it up. I feel like I'm enjoying this.
What the heck is Zach doing here?
I don't think he cares about Marcus' baby tantrum or who he is. Zach's got an announcement to say we might as well listen to this fighter.
Cut the music! Cut the music! And look at this! Look at these faces! You didn't come here for a technical masterclass! You didn't come here to see someone score points on a scorecard! You came here because you've got that itch in the back of your brain that only violence can scratch, including you, Mr. Stark! I've traveled the world, fought the best, and seen every style from here to Tokyo. But I realized something. The world has gotten soft. It's gotten filtered. It's all please and thank you and safety first. Well, not tonight. You want the attitude? You want the ruthless aggression? You want that ECW grit where the air tastes like copper and sweat? Then you're looking at the right man, because I don't just talk the talk. I walk it with the baddest man to ever come off a street corner, and the hottest state in the USA, Florida. He's the king of the streets, the emperor of the underground. He's the nightmare that even the immortals are afraid to dream about. When the bell rings, there is no referee that can save you, there is no out button, and there is sure as hell no filter on the pain he's about to deliver. Stand on your feet, get the cameras ready, because the Man Mountain is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, unleash the beast, Kimbo Slice.
This is a surprise from the DJ kickboxer, Zach himself. Kimbo Slice is bringing the pain on UGW.
The atmosphere, the crowd is going nuts. The street fighter, the king of the streets, the UFC fighter himself. This is gonna be a bloodbath, and I'm all in for it, and this promotion is too.
I thought I'd never see the day you both agree on something. But you gotta remember who his opponent is. It's not gonna be easy for this street fighter.
Making their way to the ring, hailing all the way from Universe 9, the Toxic Terror Lavender, the fleet-footed fiend Basil, and the towering, bone-crushing titan Bergamo. Surrender your hope and give it up for the multiversal monarchs of mayhem, the Wanderers.
Somebody let loose a pending zoo, and where the hell is that dear jock at managing these furries?
I'm right here, you know. Do you want me to kick you into crystals again? Thin ice.
Be careful with these three. The trio of danger formed an alliance with Bam. These three, Lavender, Basil, and Bergamo, luckily it's only a one-on-one. Kimbo better be on his guard. I don't know if this man ever fought an animal before, especially from outer space.
The bell rings, and already Kimbo is going for the pin. And immediately, it's a breakup by the Crusher himself, Bergamo.
What did I tell you about these guys? These aren't actual dogs. They're fighters from another planet in the universe, and now they've got prey to feed on. Give them the 1-2-1-2, Kimbo!
For once, I actually agree. I've asked Jarvis for some information about them. These guys are tough and have been known to win championship belts in other promotions or indies outside of universes and planets, not to mention Breakbones, Pillar, and Knees.
It's about time in the crash. Bandicoot 4, we actually woke up. We know how strong these guys are, yeah, but you're talking about a man who's been through hell and back and fought in the city streets? That's not imaginary. If he were around these days, he'd probably put all those streamers to shame. This is Kimbo Slice. And wait, didn't you both say you were fans? So why the sudden doubt?
Blah, blah, blah. Are you done with the soap opera like Midoriya? Fine. Heart of a warrior. Let's see if this MMA street fighter can cook. But you ain't changing my mind. These four will one day be our champions. And face of this promotion, mark my words.
Holy cow! A devastating side slam attempt from the Crusher himself, Bergamo, but the Street Fighter says hell no! Kimbo shifts his weight, reverses the momentum, and slips right out of the blast zone.
Look at ringside, though. The rest of the trio of danger, these wanderers, are just relishing in the moment. They're feeding off the crowd's energy, trying to get into Kimbo's head.
Out of nowhere, a devastating cutter by Kimbo Slice. Beautifully cinematic.
1, 2, no! Bergamo powers out! The Crusher refuses to let Kimbo have the pin. He's back on his feet, shaking it off, and continuing to hunt his prey. But Kimbo isn't backing down. He gets right back up, grabs Bergamo by the throat, and hits a devastating chokeslam, hooking the leg. 1, 2... He still refuses to stay down. What more can you do? A chokeslam, a cutter. This wolf is just standing his ground right in front of his brothers.
Problems, always!
This is Universal Grand Wrestling at its absolute wildest.
I tell you what, that right there is the Crusher's impact. Magnificent torque, pure structural devastation. And somehow, that fella just kicked out. How in the blue blazes do you absorb an impact that could shatter a hydraulic press and just keep on ticking?
And that was an apex strike that might be ball game.
Here is your winner by pinfall, Bergamo the Crusher.
You pull up in cars, you act like it's yours, but we know that shit is just
rent it, benefited it out. We the ones that your mommy wants. You a bitch, should've stayed in the house. Don't open your mouth, we lurk in the swamps like we in the south. So count your days, hold up, let me count the ways you gon' way. When I spot you, I'm coming straight through to your face, no foreplay. So don't come up missing, don't get into